I'm Becky from Little Yoga Stars, and today we're going to do a very special story called The Great Race, written by Dawn Casey and illustrated by Anne Wilson. Now this is the story of the Chinese zodiac in celebration of Chinese New Year. So, shall we get ready? Let's do our namaste. So put your hands together and after 3, 1, 2, 3, namaste. Brilliant. Are you ready for our story? Shall we start? Many moons ago, the people of China, they had no calendar, so they never knew what month it was or what year it was. Now the Jade Emperor, he was the king of heaven. He decided that he was going to create a calendar. So shall we be the king of heaven, the Jade Emperor? So let's stand up first. We are going to reach our hands high and place our crown on our heads. Fantastic. And then we're going to sit down on our throne. So pretend you're sat on a chair. Bring your arms up by your ears. Brilliant. Fantastic. And sit yourselves down on your bottoms. Now, how is he going to choose? Now, he decided he wanted to do a calendar that every year would be a different animal. So, how would he choose which animal came first? He decided to hold a race across a big river, a swimming race, and all the animals were invited to join across the land. Now, I think we should stretch out and write our letter. So, let's get our pinchy. With our tripod grip, we're going to reach forward like this. And can you write your letter? Dear animals, please come to my race. Lots of love, the Jade Emperor. Fantastic. Shall we post them? So stand up. Reach up high. Come down like this. Put your hands on your thighs. Brilliant. Now are you ready to post? Stretch out, put your letter in the post box. Fantastic! Now, which animals do you think are going to come? Now, I can see there's a rat and a cat, and they were best friends. Shall we do our cat? So let's come up onto our hands and knees. Now, we're going to arch our back like an angry cat and say meow. So arch our back and go meow. Brilliant, let's try that again. Ready? Meow. And then to be the rat, let's sit our bottom onto our heels, put your head down and hold onto your feet. And make ourselves really small because a rat is really a small animal. Brilliant. Let's see what happens. Now the rat and the cat, they looked about and they were so scared of the big river because it was really wide. So let's take our legs out nice and wide and we'll do a big whoosh. So stretch your arms up and ready and whoosh. Let's try again and whoosh. Wonderful. And it was a big river that was roaring and swishing. So we're going to do some swishing. Let's stand ourselves up. Take your legs out nice and wide and your arms. Are you ready to do some standing spins? We're going to go this way and in that way. A big whoosh, whoosh, and a big whoosh. Wonderful. Sit yourselves back down again. Shall we see what other animals there were? High above, circling the clouds, there was an animal that had the face of a camel. So we're going to do our camel pose. So come up high onto your knees. I'll turn this way so you can see, because we're going to take our arms behind us. Look up at the sky. Can you blow a raspberry like a really rude camel? Fantastic. Let's try that again. Wonderful. And he had the horns of a deer. So we're going to stand up. Get your horns ready. Let's see if we can balance on one leg. Ready? Oh, let's see if we can go forward, balancing with our horns. Fantastic! Did you balance or did you wobble and fall? He was a dragon. So we're going to take our fists, place them under our chin. We're going to do our dragon breaths. So bring your wings up and breathe in. And then roar as you breathe out. We breathed our fire. Let's try again. And one more time. Wonderful. And there, proudly below him, was a tiger. So I think we should do our tiger pose. So, onto our feet. Like that. And then we're going to do our bear crawls. So, we're going to walk and prowl around the room like a big tiger. Wonderful. And let's roar. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And there, swinging high above in the tree, was a monkey. Are you ready to jump like a monkey? So come on to your toes. I'm going to jump up. 1, 2, 3. Shall we do that again? 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. And what other animal have we got? We've got a snake wrapped around a tree. And Rat thought he looked very calm. Let's do our snake pose by coming onto our tummy. Are you ready to wiggle like a snake? Ready? Hiss. Good job, everybody. Let's try that again. Hiss. And bring yourselves to sit back on your bottom. Now, Rat thought snake looked really calm. Maybe that's because of the hissing breaths. That can make us feel really calm as well. So let's try our hiss breath. So you breathe in, and then as we exhale, which means breathing out, we'll see if we can do a big long hiss. Are you ready? Hiss. Fantastic. Let's try that again. Could you hiss for a very long time? So, what happened? Close by, there was an ox. It's a bit like a cow, so I think we should do our cow pose. So, coming onto our hands and knees, we're going to sink our tummy towards the floor. We curl our tailbone up, and we'll go look forward and go moo. Can you moo very loud? Ready? Moo! Good job, everybody. And there was a pig. He was wallowing in the mud. So, to do our pig pose, we're going to come onto our backs. We're going to grab hold of our feet. And can you wallow in the mud by rocking side to side? Careful you don't fall over though. And lift yourselves up. There was a dog as well. Let's do our downward dog pose. So coming onto our hands and knees, we're going to curl our toes under, lift our bottom all the way up to the sky. Wonderful. Now he was very happy with our dog, so lift your leg up and give it a wiggle like a waggy tail. Bring it down and back onto our knees. There's also a hare. So let's do our bunny hops. So, onto our hands and knees, then onto our toes. Are you ready to kick your legs back? 1, 2, 3. That's it. Let's try that again. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. I wonder who you think out of all of those animals will win the race. Shall we find out? There was a sheep, a cockerel, and a horse as well. Now Rat says, I am the smallest animal here. And Cat said, we're never going to win. But Rat was silent because he had a plan. So to do our plan, we're going to take our fingers like this. So we go finger to finger. Ooh, he's hatching a plan. I wonder what it could be. What do you think he might do? Shall we read on? Let's find out. Rat went up to the ox. How fine and strong you are, ox. Your back is so broad, I'm sure you could easily carry a passenger or two. We'd love a lift. Let's make ourselves big like the ox. So stand up, take our legs out and our arms out into a big star pose. Now you see, ox was really nice and he said, yeah, sure, hop on board. So Rat and Cat climbed, let's do our legs up and down, because they had to climb all the way up onto Ox's back. So grabbed a lift. Wonderful, and sit yourself back down again. Now, the Emperor said, ready, take one arm out, steady, take two arms out, go, a big stretch, come forward. Well done, and they all went into the river. Let's find out what happens. There was lots of squawking and squeaking and snorting as all the animals went into the river. And Ox swam, sure and steady. So let's come onto our tummies and we'll do some swimming. So, let's kick our legs and bring our arm up like this. Big stretches. And we'll kick our legs as if we're swimming in the river. Wow. And sit yourselves up. Well done, everyone. Rat could see that Pig was still relaxing in the mud, but Cat was curled up, fast asleep on Ox's back. So let's do our child pose. So coming on to sitting our bottom onto our heels, we'll take our arms forward and pop our head on the floor. And then can you do a little purr? Just purr, purr, fast asleep. Now Rat saw Cat fast asleep and he said, come on Ox, keep on going. But then the cockle had spotted a rat and the cockle, the monkey and the sheep climbed aboard. It's a bit like a boat. So let's do our boat pose. Are you ready? So we have to balance on our bottoms. So take one leg up like this. Put your hands behind you. Point your toes. Can you give me a wave with one hand? Maybe two hands. We're balancing on our bottoms. Well done. Are you ready to row our boat? So grab one foot. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Let's do the other leg. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Ah! There. Overhead, the dragon was circling in the sky. He was going through all the clouds. Let's do our dragon breath again. He couldn't swim in the river because he was too big. So take your hands underneath your chins again. Ready? Breathe in. And again, breathe in. Who do you think is going to win? Let's find out. Now they're all catching up. Hare was bouncing on the stones, look. Rat and Cat were still on the ox and Tiger was madly paddling in the sea. Ox swam on sure and steady, but Rat looked at the cat who was lazily sleeping and Rat thought, He's going to have lots of energy when we get to the other side. So what does he do? He pushes him and Cat splashes into the river. So let's come up high onto our feet. Are we ready? Stretch up because we're going to push our lazy cat. So come down like this. Bring your hands in. 1, 2, 3. Push! And poor Cat went whee! And lie ourselves down and splosh. Oh dear, poor Cat. Must have been really, really wet. Ox turned round to see what was happening, and he saw he couldn't see Cat, so he just kept on swimming with Rat on his back. Now, poor Cat, he was wet, and he was splashing about, so let's come this way. I went all the way over to this side, and a big stretch over to this side, and a big stretch over to that side. Well done. When they reached the other side, Rat jumped off the back of Ox, and he ran to the finish line. So let's stand up. And let's run on the spot. Are you ready? Run, 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 run. That's it. And he was the winner. Give yourself a hug. Now, Ox was really surprised because he didn't see that coming whatsoever. But the Emperor said, the rat may be small, but he is also smart. Soon after, Tiger streaked past. Third, shouted the Emperor. Next came Hare. Then Dragon swooped from the sky into 5th place. Are you ready to do some swooping from the sky? Stand up. Okay, we're going to do our dance dragon pose. So, grab hold of your foot behind you. You might need to hold on to something if you need to balance. Take your arm out and see if you can kick into your back leg like this. Well done. Let's do it on the other side, because sometimes we're a bit wobblier. Are you ready? Grab hold of your foot. Oh, I'm going already, look. Arm out. And kick. Good job. Did you manage to balance? It's super tricky, is that pose. Then horse came and snake slithered underneath him. He went, excuse me. Shall we do our snake slithering? So onto our tummies. Ready? Good job. Who came next? Sheep was 8th. Monkey 9th. Cockerel 10th. Dog came 11th. And then Pig. He said he needed to stop for a snack. You rub your tummy and pat your head. Yum, 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 yum. But where was Cat? There's no year of Cat in the Chinese calendar, because Cat was still splashing and spluttering in the river. Poor Cat. Shall we do our splashing again? This side and then that side. This side and then that side. Oh, well done. Then there was a great party at the end of it, and that's where Chinese New Year comes from. Shall we do our party dancing? So let's stand up. Can you wiggle, wiggle, wiggle? Can you wiggle all the way down? I'll wiggle all the way up. Can you wriggle one leg and one arm? And then the other. Wriggle, wriggle, dancing, dancing. Woo! And give yourself a big cuddle, because it's a big celebration. And now after all that swimming and partying, it was time to lie down. So let's lie ourselves down for our relaxation. So, put one hand on your tummy and one hand on your chest. Close your eyes, relax your legs and your face. Take a big deep breath in and a slow breath out. Now when you're breathing in, I want you to imagine a big Chinese lantern above you. And as we breathe out, we're going to blow it high into the sky. Seeing our Chinese lantern get higher and higher into the night sky, shining its light really bright. Now let your arms relax down next to you. Take a big deep breath in. Blow your Chinese lantern really high up to the sky with a big breath out. Wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. Stretch yourself out, big and long, and wriggle like a piece of spaghetti. And you sit yourselves up. Now cross your legs, bring your hands together, and we'll finish with our namaste after 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed today's story, and do subscribe if you'd like to see more.